Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you've never been here before and you're curious about this video. So today we're going to be seeing what I bought from Colourpop over the coming years, and we're going to see if I regret buying any of it, if I've still got it in my collection. You know, the kind of videos that I've done with Sephora, Cult Beauty and Look Fantastic. So this is the 4th instalment, I believe, and we've got a few more instalments to do as well yet. So, let's get into it. There's not that many orders from Colourpop, there's 6. I believe is going to be quite a bit of money, because if you don't know and you don't live in the UK, you have to spend a certain amount, so then you don't get charged customs. Obviously, you're always going to get charged shipping. So yeah, let's go and see what I bought. Right, so I'm going from oldest to newest. And the newest is August 26, 2021, so it's not new. It's quite a ways off. So the first one was June 22nd, 2016, and it was placed at 2:30 p.m. And by the looks of it, oh no, it wasn't all lipsticks. I thought it was all lipsticks. I have got the photos, so as I talk about them, I'm going to put the pictures here, even of the lipsticks. I don't have any of the lipsticks, and I believe, not in this order, but in another order coming up, I placed a lip liner as well. These were all kind of what everyone was using back in 2016, so of course I had to try them out as well. It was all about when I was wanting to try things for formula. So the first lipstick, they were all ultra mattes. I really did like an ultra matte lipstick. So the first one was Chi. The second one was More Better. The third one was R&B. And then I think we're moving on to eyeshadows. Yeah. So the Supershock Eyeshadows, the first one was Millionaire. And then Kathleen Lights brought out a little bundle with 4 eyeshadows in it. I have still got, I don't know whether that's the second, it might be the second bundle she brought out, but I've still got one of her eyeshadows. It's called Telepathy. But I don't know whether I bought it from Colourpop or from one of those selling sites. Anyway, Colourpop, where the lie is. So that total order came to $43. So the lipsticks were $6 a piece. The Supershock eyeshadow was $5 and the Kathleen Lights kit was $20. So $43 in total. No shipping. It was absolutely free shipping. You wouldn't get it at free shipping now at that price. Then I shopped again on September 3rd, 2016 at 6:27 p.m. Oh yeah, that's it. The Aquarius pencil, the lippy pencil sticks that they brought out. That was $5. More lipsticks. I had an obsession with these lipsticks, but these were the ultra metallics. So the first one was called Freeway. Again, I've got photos, I can show you what they look like. I just don't have these in my collection anymore. It was 2016, I'm not really going to have them. And ultra metallics don't suit me. I've realised that as I've gotten older. So the next one was Queen. The ultra matte in the shade Beeper. I really like that one. Aquarius Lippy. Oh, for the lip liner, yes, of course. So then I ordered the Aquarius lipstick. I think it was just a normal lipstick. It doesn't say ultra matte or ultra metallic. It was $5. Then there's another lipstick, an ultra matte in the shade Notion. Then there's another, oh, the ultra matte Notion, that was nothing. I didn't pay for that because I bought so many lipsticks. It must have been a sale, and then I thought, oh, I can get some of the shades that I really would like to get. Also Times Square, that was an ultra matte. That was, I didn't have to pay for that either. I didn't have to pay for Viper. Creeper, which is a beautiful orange tone red. Yeah, I wish I still had that in my collection. So that was $6. And then we're going on to eyeshadows. So I got the Super Shock in Game Face. Then the Super Shock on the Rocks. Why is Game... Oh no, the same price, $5 each. And then Lala. And then that whole order came to $74. I've got screenshots of the receipts as well to show you. The subtotal of the order was $49 and then the shipping was $25. So we're going from 2016 to 2021. Now that is a humongous gap. So the order that I placed was for eyeshadows. This must have been when my eyeshadow addiction kicked in. So I got the Lilac Hue a lot, which I've still got in various palettes. Got the casing as well, but there's not much in it, so I will show it to you. I also got the Lilac Hue a lot was only $9.80. It was on sale. Obviously, that's why I placed the order. The Grandeur palette, I'm giving that to my mum. I don't much care for it, although the screenshots that I've took make it look really, really pretty, and I'm thinking, should I take it out of my mum's little carrier bag full of palettes? But no, I'm not going to use it. I know I'm not going to use it. I don't gravitate towards it, so I'm just going to give it to my mum. That was $6. The Good as Gold eyeshadow palette, that was $12.60. I absolutely adore that palette. It's a really good one for Christmas. And the total of that whole order was $47.59. So the subtotal was $28.40 and the shipping was $19.19. I just feel like Colourpop has gone so expensive even since 2021. Right, and for some reason, so I placed an order on May 29th, 2021, and then I placed another order on May 30th, 2021. I don't understand why I did that. So, May 30th, 2021 at 1:38 p.m. When was the other one? May 29th, 2021 at 2:12 p.m. Right, so this one, I placed an order for the Limoncello palette. Absolutely love that. I can't believe I've had that since 2021, to be honest. The price for that, it should have been $18. It was $12.60. And I'll put what the original price was at that time here as well. You can know what that's worth. So High Society, that should have been $10. It was $7. The Menage a Moi eyeshadow palette, that should have been $18. I got it for $12.60. The Meant to Be, can you see how many eyeshadow palettes I've ordered? The Meant to Be should have been $14. I got it for $9.80. I got a little single Supershock. It was really, really pretty, but about a year ago, I would say, it just went and dried up on me, so I had to throw it out. Again, photographs will be around here as I talk about them. That should have been $6. I got it for $4.20. I got the Cloud Dye Vault. That should have been $42. I got that for $25.20. And the grand total of all this together was, the subtotal was $71.40 and the shipping was $21.60. Came to a grand total of $93 altogether. I'm going to just go through the orders and then I'll show you the palettes, because that's really the only thing I've got left, and I'll show it in the order that I bought it, and then at the end we'll do the grand total like we always do. I don't know why these orders are in close proximity. I've gone like from not ordering for a good few years to ordering 3 different orders. May 29th, May 30th. No, sorry, this is June 3rd. It is still close proximity. This one was ordered June 3rd, 2021 at 3:15. I got the Fade into Hue. I can only think that there was sales on, and that's why I got it, but I didn't get that much knocked off. The Fade into Hue palette, it was $34. The sale price was $30.60. Then there was a bundle, Oh She Pretty. Now, I don't know what was in that bundle. I thought the Menage a Moi was in it. It wasn't. I bought that separately. I think Flutterby was in it, according to what I've looked up. I mean, only one person has put a picture up. Truly Madly Deeply as well. I don't know, guys. I mean, my Truly Madly Deeply looks way different, but I will put the pictures again around here so you can see them. So that day I spent $61.60. That was the subtotal, and $13 on the shipping. Came to $74.60. And then the last order was August 26, 2021 at 1:31 p.m. So this is not to say that I haven't had any Colourpop orders. I've just not placed them on the website. I used to place my Colourpop orders through Beauty Boxes by Tammy. Unfortunately, she's no longer anymore, and I don't even think the website's set up. And I don't think I had an account there. I think she just sent them out. I can't tell you when. I mean, I could probably tell you what I got from there. And also I've had Christmas presents and things like that of my sister, and friends have sent me things as well. So I can tell you my Colourpop collection, which I've already done in other videos before. But I can do a Colourpop collection separately if you want me to. But I can't really go onto a site like Colourpop and just say what I spent where and what the date, that kind of thing. So, August 26, 2021, I got the Just a Glitch palette. That was $9 down from $10. The Sprinkler Little Magic. I went specifically on this day. It was when the Sprinkler Little Magic palette first came out. That was 2021. Wow, I need to get using that. I've not really used it an awful lot. So the Sprinkler Little Magic eyeshadow palette. That should have been $16. But it was $14.40. I don't think there was sales. I think it was the fact that I was using codes of people. Then I got the lip stain, the Tinkerbell lip stain. I really didn't like that. I don't have that in my collection anymore. That should have been $9. Got it for $8.10. Straight on Till Morning Supershock Shadow. I've got that, so I can show you that. That should have been $7 and I got it for $6.30. That particular day I spent $37.80. The shipping was $18.39. Wow, it's practically half of the order. And then the total was $56.19. Right, so I'm going to rearrange these palettes in what I got first and, you know, to what I got last kind of thing. And I'll come back and I'll show you what mine look like. Okay, so the first eyeshadow palettes, I'm just going to do it like this so they don't fall everywhere. I think Lilac You a Lot was the first thing I ordered. It was on the third order, so I'll tell you the date again. May 29th, 2021 at 2:12 p.m. So Lilac You a Lot, this was $9. And you'll see there's nothing barely in it now. What I'm thinking about is maybe looking up the colour story and maybe bringing the eyeshadows back into this. But I'm just thinking to myself, well, would I wear it? Would I actually go to this rather than go into my magnetic palette? I'm not sure that I would. Anyway, that's that. Good as Gold. I did order the Grandeur palette, but I don't have it. The Grandeur palette will go around here. The Grandeur palette again was $6. That's the only reason I bought it, because it was inexpensive. Good as Gold was $12.60. And this really is my colour story, guys. Really, really is. I love those yellow tones, especially for Christmas. And the colour story just tends to go with my hair. So really, really like that. I just didn't think the palettes were this old. Definitely need to be using them. I might, do you know how I'm doing tiny decisions on my eyeshadow palettes? I might do a separate one for the Colourpop. So each month when we come to shop my stash, I'll go into the Colourpop and choose at least one. And then at least we're using a Colourpop eyeshadow palette. So that's something I'm thinking about doing. Let me know in the comments if you feel like you'd want to see that. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the order that I placed on May 30th, 2021 at 1:38 p.m. First was Limoncello. I absolutely adore this palette. I can't believe I've not really used it. I've used it for looks on the channel. Like, when I get new palettes, I tend to use it once, do a complete, like, 5 or 6 looks, and then it goes away. But this is beautiful. I'm missing 2 shades. I need to find out what these 2 shades are and put them back. But I love this row especially. So again, the picture will be around here somewhere. It's a very, very pretty palette. That's one that I think that they should bring back. High Society. So this is just a little green palette here. And I think I may have got that to go with the limoncello palette. I'm not entirely sure. It's very, very nice. Like, these little palettes that I've got, I do tend to use a lot more than the bigger palettes just because they're so much easier to work with. Next is the Menage a Moi, and I did change mine up. In fact, there's no eyeshadows in it. That's highly embarrassing. Yeah, I changed it up and the eyeshadows are elsewhere. Like, I mixed two palettes. I think some of them are in Flutterby. So you will see that because I think that was a bundle, the Flutterby and the Truly Madly Deeply. Mint to Be is up next, which is this one here. And again, all the shades on in here, there's a mix mash of everything. When I was doing dupe palettes, and I still do dupe in the Vibes palettes to this day, again, I'm thinking about maybe finding the eyeshadows, because I have got them, and then just putting them in the relevant palettes, and we can just have a bit of fun of how they came originally. I don't know where they are. Well, I know where they are. They're in a magnetic palette, but I don't know what shade belongs in what palette, because when I was duping the Vibes, I didn't really care, to be honest. But I'm sure I can figure it out. Next. So the Moon Daisy Super Shock I haven't got, but I can put the eyeshadow here and you can see what it is. The Cloud Dye Vault. It came with 3 eyeshadow palettes. I've only got 2 of the magnetic palettes, so I'll show you what they are. We've got the Aura Now, and that just has glitters in it. And I don't think the Miss Bliss has anything in it. Again, I want to go back to the Colour Story, possibly, and see if I can, you know, put the right shades in here. Again, it's got no eyeshadows in there. So that's that. Okay, so again, the total of that was $93. What I'm going to do when I convert it, just convert it into dollars, and then I'll do a currency conversion and we'll convert it into pounds, what I actually spent in pounds. So I'll tell you what it is in dollars, just in case you live in the US. And then I'll tell you what it is in UK pounds as well. Okay, June 3rd, 2021, the Fade into Hue palette. That was $30.60. That's over here. And I do often take eyeshadows out of here, but I seem to remember where they are. It's probably because the square pans looks like that. I really need to bring this out. This is definitely a summer palette to me, especially these 3 rows here. I'd like to bring it out before the end of summer. So not got much time to play with that. Right, the next is the Oh She Pretty bundle. So let me go and get that other palette that I think must have been part of this, because I don't think I would have bought that separately. But anyway, just remember guys, it's not like the way mine is, because I've made mine pastel. It's not how it comes. It's a completely neutral palette, and you'll see the photograph here. So that's the Truly Madly Deeply. I'm going to show you the Flutterby one, and I'm not sure that's the way it came either. Right, so the Oh She Pretty. So I'll show you Flutterby first. And definitely Oh She Pretty. Packaging's gorgeous. I honestly think this was a little bit more redder than it looks on like camera. And like I said, I've got 2 missing here, so I need to go and search for that. But I've made it into a beautiful mauve palette now. Did this come like this? I don't know. I think Menage a Moi is part of this as well. But I like it the way it is. So I will leave a picture around here of what the Flutterby came like. And then, of course, we've got the Truly Madly Deeply. And this is way, way different to how it comes. But I really, really like it. If you don't know and you're new here, I love a good pastel palette. This is going to be getting used really, really soon. I actually duped it from a couple of Colourpop palettes. That's those 2. Right, so those 2 together came to $74.60. That's with tax and shipping. Was that the last one? I think it may have been. Let's see. No, it wasn't. I'm nearly forgetting the best ones that I've ordered. Right, so the first one is Just a Glitch, and another really nice pastel palette. Love it. It's not to everyone's taste, but I really, really like this shade here. I like the purple, I like the mint green. And I use this with other pastel palettes. It's very, very pretty. Then we've got the Sprinkle a Little Magic eyeshadow palette. And like I said earlier, this is why I placed the order in the first place. I'm a big fan of Tinkerbell. She's absolutely stunning. I did get the lip stain, but I don't have the lip stain anymore. And it didn't taste right. It just didn't. So that's what that looks like. And yeah, I definitely want to use this again real soon. And then we've got the Supershock Straight Until Morning. I want to actually see if this is still good. I mean, the packaging is amazing, but I want to see if it's still good, like if its swatch is good and what have you. It's not as smooth as it once was, but would you expect it to 4 years on? Yeah, it would still be a really nice eyeshadow. And of course I did get it to go with the eyeshadow palette, the Tinkerbell eyeshadow palette, but that's all my orders. Now let's go and calculate. Right, I'm surprised this phone's lasting this long. I think it's because I'm going through it pretty quickly. It shouldn't be a long video, this. But I've just calculated that. And just for those 6 small orders, because I think for the most part they are small, it was $388.38. And this might not necessarily be the fact, because I placed my last order in 2021 and the currency conversion was probably different back in 2021. So just bear that in mind. So $388.38 equates to £286.52. That's a lot of money for such small orders, like 6 orders. But like on one of them, it was like $90 something. So of course it's gonna add up, isn't it? And I just think about that now. I think, oh my gosh, such small orders do build up. And like I said, I've bought from Depop, I've bought from Vinted. I can't get into those accounts, I close them up. But what I can do, I will do. Like I've said to you in the past, I've got a Superdrug one that I've done a bit of online shopping. There's also a Boots one. I'm still trying to get into that. And then there's a few more that we can talk about. And then overall at the end of when I've done these kind of videos, I want to have that discussion with you guys about shopping and purchases and shopping addiction. And it's just not good for your mental health, I don't think. It's not been good for my mental health. I have only realised that recently. You know, I don't do these videos to make anyone feel bad about purchasing. Each to their own, I would say. You know, but for me personally, it's kind of, I'm not going to say never. Never is a strong word to say, especially when you have got a shopping addiction. I don't think it's near as bad as what it used to be, but if you like shopping for makeup, never is a strong word, but I'm saying not for now. And my plan is going forward to use what I've got and also to do more project panning. I hope you like that kind of content, because I'd hate to lose you as my subscribers. I've really loved speaking to everyone in the live streams, so come over if you're not already. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.